All right, let's play dental detective today. We've got a single radiograph, and our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to hunt down the hidden clues of calculus. It's a fun little diagnostic challenge, so let's jump right in and see what we can find.
So here's our big question. We're looking for signs of calculus on a few different tooth surfaces. And a little hint, more than one of these could be correct. Go ahead and scan the options, because we are about to get into the nitty-gritty of the evidence. And here it is, our radiograph. This is our entire case file. We're looking at a section of the lower jaw here. Now, before I start pointing things out, just take a second and look for yourself. Does anything jump out at you? Any spots that just look a little suspicious? Let's see if your gut feeling matches up with the analysis.
Okay, before we can spot any clues, we gotta know what we're looking for, right? Every good detective needs a toolkit, and ours is gonna start with a really clear definition.
So what is this stuff? Well, radiographic calculus is basically just plaque that's hardened up so much that it actually shows up on an x-ray. The keywords you need to remember are right there on the screen. Bright white irregularities. We're not looking for anything smooth here. We're on the hunt for rough, spiky, uneven white spots.
Now, this little quote here is the expert's secret, the key piece of intel. We're looking for irregular radio-opaque spurs or ledges. Radio-opaque is just a fancy word for something that looks bright white on an X-ray. So I want you to picture little white spikes or maybe tiny shelves sticking off the sides of the teeth, especially in those tight spaces between them.
All right, our diagnostic toolkit is ready to go. Time to put on our detective hats and start investigating each of our 7 potential clues, one by one. Let's be methodical about this.
First up, we've got option A, the mesial surface. That's the front surface of tooth 3.5. Now, if you look closely at this area, you can see it's not super clear, is it? It's a bit blurry, a little obscured. We can't really make out a distinct, sharp, white shape. So for now, we can't confidently check this box.
Okay, let's just slide over to the other side of that same tooth, the distal or back surface. Now, look really closely here. You see that? That small but very definite, bright, pointy little shape. That is exactly the radiopaque spur we were told to look for. Bingo. That is a solid clue.
Awesome. Let's move on to the next tooth in line, 3.6. For option C, the mesial side, just look in that space between it and the tooth we just looked at. You see it? Another clear deposit. And for option D, on the other side, the distal side, you can see another one of those distinct white projections. So this tooth is giving us evidence on both sides.
Next up is option E, the front of tooth 3.7. Let's focus on that area between this tooth and 3.6, what we call the embrasure space. And what do we see? Yep, it also clearly shows a buildup of that bright, irregular calculus. That's another positive ID for our case.
And finally, let's check out our last 2 options. On the back of 3.7, the evidence here is way less convincing. It doesn't really have that sharp, spiky look we've been seeing. And as for option G, the front of 3.8, it really looks like that tooth is impacted, which makes it pretty much impossible to get a clear look. So yeah, we're going to have to rule these last 2 out.
Okay, we have examined all the evidence. We found our definite clues, and we've tossed out the red herrings. I think it's time to put all the pieces together and make our final diagnosis. Let's see how we did. And there you have it. The correct answers are B, C, D, and E. If you picked out those 4 locations, then congratulations, you have officially cracked the case. Excellent detective work. And this table just lays it all out perfectly. It's our whole investigation summarized. You can see the check marks for B, C, D, and E with the exact visual clue we found for each. And you can see the big X for A, F, and G with the clear reasons why we had to rule them out. It's our whole diagnostic process, right there at a glance.
So we solved the puzzle, which is great. But, beyond just getting the right answers on a quiz, why is this skill so incredibly important in the real world? Let's zoom out and look at the big picture for a second. And here's why it all matters. What we just did, that's not just some academic exercise. For any dentist or hygienist, being able to spot calculus on an X-ray is absolutely fundamental. It helps them diagnose things like periodontal disease and then build a treatment plan that's actually going to work. It's all about seeing what's really happening below the surface so you can give your patients the best possible care.
We've learned how to spot one very specific clue today, but a radiograph is just jam-packed with stories about a person's health. Stories about decay, bone loss, maybe even an infection. So now that you know how to look for one piece of the puzzle, what other secrets do you think you could uncover? Thanks for coming along on this little explainer with me.